Greetings, friends. It's Denise again with Denise's Dancing Paintbrush and another collage fixing. In this one, as I was going through all these former pictures for my upcoming one-person show at City Hall, I found some that I really loved when I was working on them, but they have major problems. You see, this one that I call the blue bucket, it has a major perspective problem. There's too much ocean up above and it should be more sky. And so I took it down and I started by drawing a line where I think the horizon should be and isn't, and began placing a light blue to create my sky. Now this completely changes the perspective of the picture, and I'm hoping that I have the perspective right. But I also found a few other things that were missing. I had gaps, white gaps in the collage right there at the head of the girl. I found there were a few things wrong with the beach, so I fixed those. You know, it's funny how when you go back to something, and many people don't, they figure when it's done, whether it's off or not. I like to fix things to make me happy. I'm not working for a client, I'm working for me. And if something throws me off, or makes me unhappy, I'm going to go back and fix it. So in this one, once I put the sky on, I realized also I needed to darken the ocean down there at the horizon. So I pulled out some dark blue and fixed my blue ocean at the horizon line. And this makes me feel so much better. I don't feel like it's so off that I'm off balance when I look at it. And then, you know, as long as I'm playing around, I decided to put a seagull up in the sky. So I cut a few pieces that would be just right for it and glued them on. Little shadow under the seagull's wing. I just cut them so that they fit. Then I figured that this bucket ought to have a highlight, so I put a blue highlight on it. It's funny how you see little things when you've pulled something down off the shelf or from under the bed and begin working on it. Now, I feel like this piece is frame-worthy now. I did a few more things down in the beach that you can't hardly see because my camera was not focused on it. But there's my bird in the sky. I like it. I think that worked out. It's just cut pieces of paper. The bucket looks better. The beach looks better. I'm happier with this overall. I feel like I could put this in an art show and it would make me happy. Now this one's the second beach scene that I pulled down. On the right, the horizon line fades into the sky so much that you can't see it anymore, and that's throwing me off. And I feel off balance about the lines down there just on the other side of the children and the dog. That white line is bothering me. Also, on the left side of the dog, that blue is just too dark. It's just not right. So I'm fixing the horizon first. My main camera somehow did not catch all this, so I'm having to use the tilted camera. I changed that line by making the wave bigger and pulling the white line from behind the dog off completely. It's something about that diagonal. It just makes me feel unbalanced. You can see when the pieces get very small, I have to use my tweezers. And then I found that the dog was missing some little black pieces that there was white paper showing through, which I don't know how that happened, but that shouldn't be like that. And so I spent some time fixing this. I also thought the little girl's foot was too small, didn't look like it fit her body. So I fixed her foot. Little things, that you stand back and you look at and you think, oh, that's what's wrong with that. I think in college, the professors making us critique each other's work really helped in that you begin to have a critical eye that you didn't cultivate before. Also, this little girl's hand, it looked like it was, I don't know, chopped off, or more of it should be showing, so I put more of her fingers showing there. It makes me feel better. And then I've got to lighten up that dark blue on the side of the dog. It's just not the right blue. It's supposed to look like wet sand, and wet sand gets very dark and reflective, but it's just too dark. Also put in a few words. Catch the wave I found in my file full of words. Took off that white. That just does not fit. Now you see the blue I'm putting on is still kind of a dark blue. It's just lighter than that deep violet blue that I had on there. Indigo. It was just too dark. And there it is. You see it's lightened up quite a bit, and I feel it's much more balanced now. The girl's foot is darker. The girl in the forefront has a hand on the right side. And the horizon feels like it matches on both sides. Yeah, this piece is frameable now. So thanks so much for watching all the way to the end. Fixing these things sometimes takes a lot of thought. So I spent a lot of time on it. I appreciate all of you. Give me a thumbs up if you like this, and comment. And do subscribe. I'll see you all next time. Bye now.